Avery in 2025, Study 1.7, Our Messiah's Real Name. Shalom, this is the seventh in a series of studies on the subject of our Creator's name. 1. Our Messiah's given name, Yahushua. As we saw in the previous study, the name Yahushua is the name created by Moshe, the name of our Messiah, the branch, as prophesied by the prophet Zechariah, the name the messenger Gabriel instructed Miriam to call our Messiah, and the name used by the narrators of the Brit Kadashah. Blind Bartimaeus addressed our Messiah as Yahushua, son of David. The 10 lepers addressed our Messiah as Yahushua, wise teacher. Yahushua of Nazareth was used to identify our Messiah at the arrest in the garden. The girl at the Apostle Kepha's denial referred to our Messiah as Yahushua of Nazareth. Pilate addressed our Messiah as Yahushua of Nazareth. Yahushua of Nazareth was referred to on the road to Emmaus. 2. However, there is a problem with this name, Yahushua. No one who loved him ever addressed him to his face as Yahushua. According to the Greek New Testament as we have received it, the Apostle Kepha never said, for example, "Good morning, Yahushua." His mother did not refer to him as Yahushua. She referred to him as he. Do whatever he says to you. This appears to be a very offhand way for a mother to refer to her son. Miriam might have said, "Do whatever Yahushua says to you," or "Do whatever my son says to you." My point here is Miriam did not refer to our Messiah as Yahushua, but more on this later. According to the Greek New Testament as we have received it, our Messiah instructed his apostles to address him as didaskalos, or teacher. He did not instruct them to call him Jesus, Yahushua. According to the Greek New Testament as we have received it, the apostles addressed our Messiah as G1320 or G2962. My point here is his apostles did not address him as Yahushua, G2424, but more on this later. Our Messiah did not refer to himself as Yahushua. He referred to himself as the Bar Enosh. Note the distinction between Bar Aramaic in Tehillim 2:12 and Ben Hebrew in Tehillim 2:7. Note the distinction between Bar Enosh Aramaic in Daniel 7:13 and Ben Adam Hebrew in Daniel 2:38 and 8:17. In the Greek Septuagint, G5207 G76 equals Ben Adam Hebrew. In the Greek Septuagint, G5207 G444 equals Bar Enosh Aramaic. Therefore, in the Greek New Testament, G5207 G444 equals Bar Enosh Aramaic. This is one of many reasons why I believe Yahushua always spoke in Hebrew. A portion of the book of Daniel, including Daniel 7:13, is written in Aramaic, and the Aramaic for Son of Man is Bar Enosh, which the Greek Septuagint presents as G5207 G444. In the Greek New Testament, by my count, 44 times our Messiah refers to himself as G5207 G444, which relates to the Aramaic Bar Enosh, not the Hebrew Ben Adam. If Yahushua was speaking Greek, and he used the phrase G5207 G444, then he is just calling himself the Son of Man. If Yahushua was speaking Aramaic and used the phrase Bar Enosh, then he is just calling himself the Son of Man. If Yahushua was speaking Hebrew and he used the phrase Ben Adam, then he is just calling himself the Son of Man. However, if Yahushua was speaking Hebrew and he changed to Aramaic Bar Enosh, Son of Man, for just this one phrase, then his listeners would understand he was referring to himself as the man of Daniel 7:13, and he was referring to himself as the Son in Tehillim 2:12. The Bar Enosh. I was looking in the night visions and saw one like the Bar Enosh coming with the clouds of the heavens, and he came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. And to him was given rulership and preciousness and a reign, that all peoples, nations, and languages should serve him. His rule is an everlasting rule which shall not pass away, and his reign that which shall not be destroyed. Serve Yahuwah with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the bar, lest he be enraged, and you perish in the way, for soon his wrath is to be kindled. Blessed are those who take refuge in him. And he said to him, Truly, truly, I say to you, from now on you shall see the heaven open, and the messengers of Elohim ascending and descending upon the Bar Enosh. And no one has gone up to the heaven except he who came down from the heaven, the Bar Enosh. Our Messiah did not refer to himself as Yahushua. On 44 occasions he referred to himself as the Bar Enosh, a subtle reference to himself as the man of Daniel 7:13, and a subtle reference to himself as the Son in Tehillim 2:12, also evidence that he was speaking Hebrew. Summary of problems with the name Yahushua. No one who loved him ever addressed him as Yahushua to his face. His mother did not refer to him as Yahushua, she referred to him as he. Our Messiah did not instruct his apostles to address him as Yahushua, and the apostles did not address him as Yahushua. Our Messiah did not refer to himself as Yahushua. The name Yahushua appears to be a pen name, a nom de plume, a pseudonym, or an alias. However, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? 3. 12 witnesses to our Messiah's real name. Set apart, Father, guard them in your name, Yahuwah, which you have given me, so that they might be one. When I was with them in the world, I was guarding them in your name, Yahuwah, which you have given me. Your name, which you have given me. He said it twice. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? Recalling study 1.2, the pronunciation of our Creator's name. The phrase Ani Hu, I am He, equals Ani Eye, which equals Ani Yahuwah, I am Yahuwah. I am and I am He are direct references to the following verses, where it is very clear the I am He refers to our Creator, whose name is Yahuwah. His mother, Miriam, said to the servants, Do whatever he says to you. This appears to be a very offhand way for a mother to refer to her son. Miriam might have said, Do whatever Yahushua says to you, or do whatever my son says to you. Miriam of all people knew exactly who our Messiah was. She was speaking Hebrew, and she knew there is a grammatic link between the words who alias, and Yahuwah, our Creator's name. Maria made an indirect statement as to who our Messiah really was. Miriam is telling us our Messiah is the voice of the burning bush. Exodus 3. Wow. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? Recalling study 1.5, our Creator's name in the Brit Hadashah. Only after the 2nd century did G2962 occur in the Greek New Testament as a substitute for our Creator's name. Therefore, in the Greek New Testament, when the context permits, we may read G2962 equals H3068 Yahuwah and G2424 equals H3091 Yahushua. On announcing our Messiah's birth, the messenger Gabriel instructed Miriam to call his name G2424. At the empty tomb, perhaps the same messenger declared, "Do not be afraid. I know that you seek G2424, who was impaled. He is not here, for he was raised. As he said, come see the place where G2962 lay." So G2424 is G2962. Yahushua is Yahuwah. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? Recalling again, study 1.5, our Creator's name in the Brit Hadashah. Only after the 2nd century did G2962 occur in the Greek New Testament as a substitute for our Creator's name. Therefore, in the Greek New Testament, when the context permits, we may read G2962 equals H3068 Yahuwah and G2424 equals H3091 Yahushua. Recalling again, study 1.2, the pronunciation of our Creator's name. The phrase Ani Hu, I am He, equals Ani Alias, which equals Ani Yahuwah, I am Yahuwah. I am and I am He are direct references to the following verses, where it is very clear the I am He refers to our Creator, whose name is Yahuwah. With this in mind, consider Yohanan 13, verses 13 and 14. You call me teacher and Yahuwah, and you say well, for I am. Then if I am Yahuwah, your teacher, who has washed your feet, you also ought to wash one another's feet. Consider what is going on here. Our Messiah is commending his disciples for addressing him correctly. One term they address him by is teacher. We understand this. The other term they address him by is related to the phrase I am and I am He. Our Messiah instructed his disciples to address him as teacher or Yahuwah, and his disciples addressed him as wise teacher, rabbi, or Yahuwah. The apostles addressed our Messiah as Yahuwah. Wow. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? Hear, O Yisrael, Yahuwah our Elohim, Yahuwah is one. I and my Father are one. And I do not pray for these alone, but also for those believing in me through their word, so that they all might be one, as you, Father, are in me, and I in you, so that they too might be one in us, so that the world might believe that you have sent me, and the esteem which you gave me I have given them, so that they might be one, as we are one. Note the dual is used in a collective sense as one unity of two. And Yahuwah shall be sovereign over all the earth. In that day there shall be one Yahuwah, and his name one. One Yahuwah, and his name one. Question: how many names are there? Answer: one Yahuwah. The slogan of the Tanakh: Hear, O Yisrael, Yahuwah our Elohim, Yahuwah is one. The slogan of the Brit Kadashah: Yahushua is Yahuwah. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? And I shall pour out on the house of David and on the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of favour and prayers. And they shall look on me, whom they pierced, and they shall mourn for him as one mourns for his only son. And they shall be in bitterness over him as a bitterness over the firstborn. Question: who is speaking? Who does me refer to? Answer: Yahuwah is speaking. Question: who was pierced? Answer: Yahuwah was pierced. Question: who will be mourned? Answer: him will be mourned. And him is he, and he is who, and who is Ahiyah, and Ahiyah is Yahuwah. This is the same grammatic wordplay employed by Miriam in John 2 verse 5. See witness 2, his mother referred to him as he. Let it be known to all of you and to all the people of Israel that in the name of Yahushua Messiah of Nazareth, whom you pierced, whom Elohim raised from the dead, by him this one stands before you healthy. Question: who was pierced? Answer: Yahushua Messiah of Nazareth was pierced when a Roman soldier disobeyed his orders to break our Messiah's legs, and instead pierced his side with a spear, and in doing so this Roman soldier unwittingly fulfilled the prophecy of Tehillim 22:14 and Zechariah 12:10. Yah is my strength and song, and he has become my deliverance. The voice of rejoicing and deliverance is in the tents of the righteous. The right hand of Yahuwah is doing mightily. The right hand of Yahuwah is exalted. The right hand of Yahuwah acts mightily. Let me not die but live and declare the works of Yah. Yah has punished me severely, but did not give me over to death. Open to me the gates of righteousness. I enter through them. I thank Yah. This is the gate of Yahuwah. The righteous enter through it. I thank you, for you have answered me and have become my deliverance. The stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone. This was from Yahuwah, and it is marvelous in our eyes. This is the day Yahuwah has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. I pray, Yahuwah, please save us now. I pray, Yahuwah, please send prosperity. Blessed is he who is coming in the name of Yahuwah. We shall bless you from the house of Yahuwah. Question: who is the chief cornerstone? Answer: Yahuwah is the chief cornerstone. This is the stone which was rejected by you builders, which has become the chief cornerstone. And there is no deliverance in anyone else, for there is no other name under the heaven given among men by which we need to be saved. And seeing the boldness of Kepha and Yohanan, and perceiving that they were unlearned and ordinary men, they marveled, and they recognized that they had been with Yahushua. And Yahuwah shall be sovereign over all the earth. In that day there shall be one Yahuwah, and his name one. The seventh messenger blew, and there were many voices in the heavens, which said, The rich ones of this world, all of them are coming after our Adon Yahushua, and he shall reign for ever and ever. Question: Who is the chief cornerstone? Answer: Yahushua the Messiah. Question: How many names of salvation under heaven are there? Answer: one. Question: Who will reign forever and ever? Answer: Yahuwah. Answer: Yahushua. Question: Who is speaking? Who does me refer to in Zechariah 12:10? Answer: Yahuwah is speaking. Question: Who was pierced? Answer: Yahuwah was pierced. Answer: Yahushua the Messiah was pierced when a Roman soldier disobeyed his orders to break our Messiah's legs, and instead pierced his side with a spear, and in doing so this Roman soldier unwittingly fulfilled the prophecy. Question: Who will be mourned? Answer: Him will be mourned, and him is he, and he is who, and who is Ahia, and Ahia is Yahuwah. Question: Who is the chief cornerstone? Answer: Yahuwah is the chief cornerstone. Answer: Yahushua the Messiah is the chief cornerstone. Question: How many names of salvation under heaven are there? Answer: one Yahuwah. Answer: no other than Yahushua, Messiah of Nazareth. Question: Who will reign forever and ever? Answer: Yahuwah. Answer: Yahushua. Question: Which name do we call upon, Yahuwah or Yahushua? Answer: Yahuwah has become my deliverance. Answer: Yahushua the Messiah is the only name under heaven by which we are saved. Yahushua is Yahuwah. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? See, the days are coming, declares Yahuwah, when I shall raise for David a branch of righteousness, and a sovereign shall reign and act wisely, and shall do right ruling and righteousness in the earth. In his day Yehudah shall be saved, and Yisrael dwell safely. And this is his name, whereby he shall be called Yahuwah Tsedeqnu, Yahuwah our righteousness. Therefore see, the days are coming, declares Yahuwah, when they shall say no more, As Yahuwah lives, who brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Mitzrayim, but as Yahuwah lives, who brought up and led the seed of the house of Israel out of the land of the north, and from all the lands where I had driven them, and they shall dwell on their own soil. See, the days are coming, declares Yahuwah, when I shall establish the good word which I have promised to the house of Israel and to the house of Yehudah. In those days and at that time I cause a branch of righteousness to spring forth for David, and he shall do right ruling and righteousness in the earth. In those days Yehudah shall be saved, and Jerusalem dwell in safety. And this is that which shall be proclaimed to her, Yahuwah Tsedeqnu, Yahuwah our righteousness. And the name of the city, which city? From that day is Yahuwah Shema, Yahuwah is there. Our Messiah's name is Yahuwah Tsedeqnu, meaning Yahuwah our righteousness. The name of the city, which city, is Yahuwah Shema, meaning Yahuwah is there. In that city, Yahuwah Tsedeqnu, or Yahuwah our righteousness, shall be proclaimed. He who overcomes, I shall write upon him, 1. The name of my Elohim, Yahuwah. 2. The name of the city of my Elohim, the new Jerusalem which comes down out of heaven from my Elohim, Yahuwah Shema, meaning Yahuwah is there. 3. My new name, Yahuwah Tsedeqnu, meaning Yahuwah our righteousness. He who overcomes, I shall write on him, 1. The name of my Elohim, Yahuwah. 2. The name of the city of my Elohim, the new Jerusalem which comes down out of the heaven from my Elohim, Yahuwah Shema, meaning Yahuwah is there. 3. My new name, Yahuwah Tsedeqnu, meaning Yahuwah our righteousness. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? The prophet Yeshayahu describes our Creator as two rocks, Yah and Yahuwah. Our Creator the Father as Yah, and our Creator the Son as Yah. Thus said Yahuwah, King of Israel, and his Redeemer, Yahuwah Sabaoth. I am the first, and I am the last, and besides me there is no Elohim. Two people, both with the same name, Yahuwah, King of Israel, and Yahuwah Sabaoth, who are the first and the last, who are one Elohim, dual mighty living being. Father and Son share the same name. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? Yahuwah will send a messenger ahead of Israel. The messenger of Yahuwah is in the midst of the burning bush, and Elohim is in the midst of the burning bush. The messenger of Yahuwah is the Elohim of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. The messenger of Yahuwah is called Yahuwah. Yahuwah is Elohim. Are you confused yet? The messenger of Yahuwah is Elohim, and Elohim is Yahuwah. Therefore, the messenger of Yahuwah is actually Yahuwah himself. And he showed me, Zechariah, Yahushua the high priest standing before the messenger of Yahuwah, and Satan standing at his right hand to be an adversary to him. And Yahuwah said to Satan, Yahuwah rebuke you, Satan. Yahuwah, who has chosen Jerusalem, rebuke you. How many people? 1. Yahushua the high priest, a man, a created being. 2. Satan, a supernatural created being who has fallen. 3. The messenger of Yahuwah, who is Yahuwah, the only begotten Son of the Father, our Messiah, the one who spoke to Satan. 4. Yahuwah, our Creator, the Father, the one to do the rebuking, the one who chose Jerusalem. Our Creator, the Father, and our Creator, the Son, share the same name. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? Blessed is he who is coming in the name of Yahuwah. We shall bless you from the house of Yahuwah. And the crowds who went before and those who followed cried out, saying, Hoshiana to the Son of David. Blessed he is coming in the name of Yahuwah. Hoshiana in the highest. I, Yahushua, have come in my Father's name, Yahuwah, and you do not receive me. If another comes in his own name, him you will receive. And Yahushua came up and spoke to them, saying, All authority has been given to me in heaven and on earth. Therefore go and make taught ones of all the nations, immersing them in the name singular of the Father, Yahuwah. We are to be baptized in one name, not in the names of a pagan trinity. If our Messiah had stated the Trinity formula in this verse, then the Apostle Shimon and the Apostle Shaul disobeyed our Messiah in these verses. The works that I, Yahushua, do in my Father's name, Yahuwah, they bear witness concerning me. My equals me wordplay. Yahushua is Yahuwah. That if you, 1. Confess with your mouth, Yahushua is Yahuwah. 2. And believe in your heart that Elohim raised him from the dead, you shall be saved. For it is with the heart one believes unto righteousness, and one confesses with the mouth, and so is saved. Because the scripture says, Whoever puts his trust in him, singular, shall not be put to shame, because there is no distinction between Yehudi and Greek, for the same Master of all is rich to all those calling upon him, singular. The prophet Yoel states, For everyone who calls on the name, singular, of Yahuwah shall be saved. The apostle Kepha states, For everyone who calls on the name, singular, of Yahuwah shall be saved. The apostle Shaul states, For everyone who calls on the name, singular, of Yahuwah shall be saved. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? The apostle Yohanan tells us our Messiah is the word of Yahuwah. Our Messiah himself tells us his name is called the word of Yahuwah. The priest Yehezekiel repeatedly contrasts the word of Yahuwah came to me, saying, with my adorn Yahuwah. The prophet Zechariah repeatedly contrasts the word of Yahuwah of hosts with Yahuwah of hosts. The prophet Yirmiyahu repeatedly contrasts the word of Yahuwah came to me, saying, with Yahuwah. The prophet Yeshayahu repeatedly contrasts the word of Yahuwah with Yahuwah of hosts. It is always the word of Yahuwah, our Creator, the Son, who delivers the message of Yahuwah, our Creator, the Father. The Father and the Son share the same name. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? Yahuwah spoke to Moshe face to face, as a man speaks to his friend. Yahuwah said, You cannot see my face, for no man will see me and live. What is the solution to this seeming contradiction? No one can see Yahuwah and live, yet Yahuwah speaks to Moshe face to face, as a man speaks with his friend. It is very clear that whenever our Creator appeared to men, it was not our Creator the Father, but rather our Creator the Son, who is the mediator between Father and man. Our Creator the Father's name is Yahuwah, Yahuwah the Father. Our Creator the Son's name is Yahuwah, Yahuwah the Son, who put on flesh and came to earth and was called Yahushua the Messiah. Our Creator the Son is the mediator between the Father and man. He shares the Father's name. You see, he did tell us his name, but did anyone listen? 4. Conclusion. Our Creator the Father is Ruach, breath, and we must worship him in Ruach and in truth. Our Creator the Son was Ruach, breath, but put on flesh to dwell among us. An Eloah, mighty living being, noun masculine singular, plus another Eloah, mighty living being, noun masculine singular, is an Elohim, mighty living being, noun masculine dual. Our Creator, the Son, is the visible likeness of the invisible Eloah, mighty living being, noun masculine singular. Our Creator, the Father, singular, and our Creator, the Son, singular, are the only Elohim, dual mighty living beings. Our Creator, the Son, is the mediator between the Father and man. Our Creator, the Son, and our Creator, the Father, share the name Yahuwah.